Bisun!
We're here, Yi.
Are you excited for dinner tonight?
You all remember the Hautian Sphere, right? That deep space telescope that's been running for centuries? It's collected a massive amount of information. Did it actually find a planet with intelligent creatures? Exactly. We've temporarily named it the Pale Blue Planet based on its appearance. Reports show that primitive humanoid creatures with large active brains reside on the Pale Blue Planet. Show me the report. I want to see it. You can't just make up such a huge discovery, young man. I've read the report. No need to doubt its veracity. They're still living beings. Wouldn't that be too cruel? That pity's totally unwarranted. If left alone, primitive species tend to wipe themselves out anyways. Better for us to cultivate them for our own purposes. Opening up a whole new hunting ground. J Clan's itching to get our muscles moving. You're all thinking too far ahead. The Pale Blue Planet is 500 light years away from us. What, so this meeting was a complete waste of time? The Fang Clan didn't spend our money to listen to your fantasies. 500 light years? Oh, we don't even know if we'll make it to the next decade. Even if we did manage to gather enough food, how are we going to gather a vessel and the energy to get there? We already have a vessel, and what's more, we're sitting in it right now. In the final phase of the Eternal Cauldron project, Kunlun Island will be launched into the heavens. The entire island, with everyone on it, will be warped to the Pale Blue Planet. You're insane. No, he's totally serious. I've done the calculations. There's enough energy stored in the primordial roots to make that trip. It'll only take a few years to build the necessary rhizomatic energy columns and engines. As long as we have the primordial roots when we reach our destination, energy replenishment shouldn't be a problem, but... But what? Speak up, fatty. Easy. What Kwafu wants to say is that once we make the trip, we won't be able to return for at least another 500 years. Yi, you're finally awake! Is that you, Xuan? Can you hear me, Yi? Where have you been? We were attacked! The Four Seasons Pavilion? Ow. Are you in danger? Those metallic monsters suddenly came in and... well, wait, I think they're back! Find a place to hide, quickly. Xuan? Xuan, are you there? Answer me! One of the 10 souls in the council and head of the research center, Aegon holds the most prestige of the Tiandao Council. She's the council's de facto leader and Yi's mentor. Foundation era, forget it, it doesn't matter anymore. I've looked over all my past research data. Perhaps there was something we didn't account for. Why were we even researching immortality in the first place? Data corrupted. Cut off the emotions surrounding this very important event, but I now prepare you for the worst segment of the entire game. One last combat section to rule them all, and the worst part about it, that makes it infinitely worse than all others, they turn off your UI. You have to do this entire section. By the way, yes, you still have an HP bar. You still have your chi counter to worry about. The difference is that, now you can't see any of it. But then again, why would you need to see any of it? I mean, after all, what purpose did it actually serve? After all, we're trying to have a horror segment, Basically, the easiest way to get through this section is to conserve as much as possible. Save as many of the chi things as you think that you need to keep on you. My recommendation, do not leave any enemies alive. Use your arrows as much as possible, especially once the big ones start spawning in. If you ever take a couple of bad hits, make sure to use your pipe, because again, you likely won't know that you don't have enough to survive until it's far too late. Try and defeat the mutants as quickly as they spawn in. And whenever you get the chance, explode the green ones. And for now, we just need to keep making it. Unfortunately, this also suffers from another issue, which is the fact that this is a very long hallway. I will say, though, this is really great music for it. Like, it's really atmospheric. It works super well for the level. Well, it works super well for the concept.
think it's kind of a shame that this is the last chance we get to really appreciate the combat of this game because, well, I mean, let's be real here, the auto-scroll is not helping either, but you know what, enough complaining. At the very least, Red Candle Games knows how to add atmosphere to this place, and seriously, with all of the new lore that we're getting dumped on with Agong, with all of the new history, and oh my gosh, it's all just culminates perfectly, and here we're getting some mutant spam, so you want to take care of them really quickly. Gonna try and blow up this guy. Oh, come on. No. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I'm glad he could kill the last two. Is that all of them? Oh, come on. There we go. Origin era year 446. Autumn 919. All test subjects have developed symptoms of rejection and are dying one after the other. The cause is a hitherto unknown virus that was accidentally synthesized during the gene editing process. It's been codenamed Tianhuo. The virus is contagious, but we have neither isolated it nor found its transmission vectors. Once the infected pass away, the flowers blossom into a corpse, allowing the virus to propagate itself. Data corrupted. That was phase 1 of the escape. Now we just need to make it back through the rest of it. Yes, spoiler warning, the outbreak is not just here. It is a full-wide Tiandao outbreak. We got that guy in the middle, that explodes all of them. I have oh gosh. I have 3 thingies left. Hopefully that's enough to carry me back through it, because unfortunately, their game is not at all going to make it easy. My recommendation for this portion? Well, step 1. Oh gosh. Well, step 1 is actually, this is the one time in the game I actually recommend using Transmute unto Life. If you're during the section with no UI, I'd recommend using Transmute unto Chi. For this one, nope, use Transmute unto Life. And now we're just gonna run past these guys because... oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh, this section is going to be a nightmare. Alright, how am I going to... oh, come on! Why did more of them spawn in? Come on! Bro, the enemies are body blocking me! Bro, I literally can't. I can't with this guy. He's body blocking me every time. Oh my gosh, okay, I gotta be extra careful in this section because there is no doubt that I'm probably going to not make it. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! I will come back to this later once the enemies are attack road onto me. Okay. Oh gosh! Am I not gaining Dude, this is a scam. I'm not getting any HP back from this. Origin era year 444, summer 617. After 10 years of unrelenting research, we have finally made a critical breakthrough in the synthesis between Solarian cells and the roots regeneration cells. This is our first step towards immortality and victories for science. This research may even become a turning point and encourage people to embrace science and technology. It may be our greatest accomplishment since Leah passed away. Agong devoted her life to research aimed at improving the well-being of her fellow Solarians. Unfortunately, a mistake in one of her experiments led to the birth of the Tianhuo virus. Faced with this mistake, she was determined to find a solution at any cost in order to right this catastrophic mistake.
Ironically enough, she basically abandoned the path of science in the sake of basically saying, well, Amina technically didn't do anything wrong. This is actually part of the plan. She pretty much has doomed the entire Solarian race. What a sad fate. You want to know what's an even sadder fate? We still have an entire combat section to go! Nope, but yeah, okay, I figured. Yeah, there was no way I was doing that combat section hitless. Oh, okay, thank goodness they're not gonna make me go through the entire thing again. Oh my gosh. Okay, good. I took care of the big one. The big one is the big one was the only one that matters. Oh, come on. Thank you. My goodness, I hate dealing with these guys. Oh, no. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, come on! Alright, there we go. Oh, okay, yeah, okay, thank goodness. Okay. We're almost out of here. We actually made it to a save point, thank goodness. Yeah, luckily the game is willing to give you a bunch of pity checkpoints on the off chance that you didn't get it, but Dude, I should have equipped this. I really should have equipped that. Oh my goodness. And seeing as there's nothing left, I suppose the only thing that's left to do is just make our way back home. Unfortunately, that is still not going to be as simple as you thought. Oh yeah, did I not mention this is a facility-wide outbreak, meaning we're going to need to stealth our way back as quietly and as quickly as possible. Seeing as it came to this, I don't know how successful that attempt was, but let's hope for our sake we don't have to... Oh come on. Come on! Dude. Okay, see, this is what I mean when I say that, like, the combat works at its best when you're not having to fight multiple enemies. It's because every time you want to do something, they immediately combo you out of it, which is really bad when you can only kill enemies in one specific way. From here, we're pretty much at the end of the escape section. All we have to do is just, you know, get out while we still can. Just completely ignore these guys entirely because the money is useless, and we're out. Finally. From here, we don't have to worry about any more enemies. We just have a straight shot back to the pavilion where, you know, hopefully nothing's gone wrong. One last thing I'd like to note is that I'm a little bit sorry about how light the commentary's been in this particular episode. It's not really a surprise. We're hitting the end game, and this game, well, if you didn't think it was very wordy before, well, guess what? I've been skipping multiple of the side objectives to focus on the main story right now, and... well, holy moly, is there a lot of dialogue. You would not believe how long the footage for this particular section was, but right here, I think I'm just gonna let you soak in the atmosphere.
My lord, will come back.
What happened? Where's Xuan Xuan? Hey, you're back. Those people came in and broke Abacus. Agong brought our guards here and wreaked havoc. I'm sorry. There was nothing I could do.
This is all my fault, my lord. The alarms were disabled due to an exploit in the firewall.
It's fine as long as everyone's safe.
I immediately led Lord Kwafu and Xuan Xuan to the secret panic room, Unfortunately, Aegon didn't stay for long. However, Aegon took the soul seal in your vital sanctum. I tried all I could to stop her, but she succeeded in the end. I deserve the most severe punishment.
I was also stripped of all my permissions. So now she alone holds the power of all 10 soul seals? Why'd she go through all this trouble? She must also be after the council code, and I can be pretty certain we won't like what she has in mind. I just didn't think she would also be the one behind the mutants. What do you mean? Does she want to destroy New Kunlun? Based on what we know, it's definitely within the realm of possibility. But why would she?
I can perform a situational analysis and calculate probable causes. Warning, analytical system failed. Core processor damage extent 97%.
So it's not just your language processing module, your entire core has...
Yes, apologies, I will not be of much help anymore. I may be about to shut down permanently.
Shut down? What's wrong with Abacus? Can't you fix him? Uncle Chubby, we're not gonna let Abacus die, right? Your core damage is irreparable. No one will be able to fix it. No. Is this my fault?
Absolutely not, Chuan. My shutdown is not related to the actions of anyone. The winds of fortune blow every which way. No one escapes calamity, not even if they happen to be the world's most powerful computer. You know, I feared I would never see you again, my lord. However, that cherished wish has finally been fulfilled.
You've always been so sentimental, Abacus. Thanks for everything.
I have stored your preferred tools and defaults in a backup database. They can be transferred seamlessly if you acquire a new assistant. Good luck, and may you... Processing limit exceeded. Permanent shutdown in 3, 2...
Abacus? Abacus? For unknown reasons, its sentiment levels were set unusually high, resulting in a more sentimental tone. As Yi's most loyal assistant, Abacus stood against Aegon during the break-in and protected the residents of the pavilion, resulting in severe damage and forcing him to shut down. It's probably the saddest point in the game, all things considered. Just sucks looking over it all. This is the end, isn't it? I feel like we just went on a massive wild goose chase. This is not the time to mourn. Was that supposed to fill me with hope? Aegon just seized ultimate control of the council. Commanding the guards to annihilate us will be a piece of cake for her now. And don't get me started on the mutants. Won't be long until the entirety of New Kunlun is crawling with them. Do you really think there will be any survivors? Solarians aren't the only residents on New Kunlun. What do you mean? You talking about the Schwan? Are you talking about Schwan? Wait, no, you mean you want to save the ape men? I'm not in the mood for jokes right now. You really serious? I need some time to think. I think you're confused because you just got pulled from the soulscape. Why don't you calm down for a bit and come back when you've thought it through? We've now reached an important decision to make regarding what happens from here. Aegon basically has full control of the wheel and can do whatever she wants with us. And chances are we probably don't like whatever she has planned. So... feeling better now? No, now that I think about it, the Solarians are the more pressing issue. You say that, but at this point, what could we do about it? To be honest, I more or less agree with what the other souls have been saying. Even if you overthrew the 9 souls, would it do anything for the future of our people? Are you gonna stop the Eternal Cauldron project? And that's not even mentioning how New Kunlun's in complete chaos. Do you still remember our original promise? What promise? That we'd both return home in a blaze of glory? Hold on. You're planning on going back to Penglai? I checked the energy levels at the Radiant Pagoda. It should be doable. Indeed, we have been storing energy through the roots for centuries. We should theoretically be able to initiate a second space warp.
but that's all strictly theoretical. New Kunlun's navigation systems do not have built-in return procedures. Did you forget who wrote that system in the first place? You got me there. If there is anyone who can get us back home, it'd be you. Trust me, it'll all be fine once we return home. How is it that you always find a way to win me over? Better than croaking this far from home. So, what's the plan? We still have some time before the code is revised. I need to get to the root pinnacle to stop Aegon. However, there is something that I can only ask your help for. Let me guess, Xuan? Yes, help me take care of him. What a hassle, can't you raise him yourself? Fine, just stop looking at me with those eyes and ears. Fine, I get it. I'll do it. Thank you. You're giving me goosebumps. You never used to be all kind and caring like this. Just don't lose, okay? Where are you going, Yi? Remember the people who just broke in? Well, I need to put a stop to their evil plans. But there was a super strong old lady swinging a really long sword. Are you sure you'll be fine on your own? I'll be fine. I've been preparing for this day for quite some time. After I deal with this, everything will come to an end. You've always liked hearing stories about where the Solarians grew up, right? When I return, I'll take you there so you can see it with your own eyes. Really? You're not lying, right? When have I ever lied to you? I can already imagine your jaw dropping when you see the ocean on Penglai. An ocean? You can teach me how to swim so that I can swim all the way to your hometown. You're gonna need a bunch more lungs for that. It takes months to even walk to that kind of distance. How do you know if you've never tried it yourself? You have to come back safe and sound, you. That's right. I've been a fool. The mutations are the key. To think that I wasted all this time. The existence of mutation gives us a whole new paradigm to view life in our universe. Data corrupted. I finally understand. Tanho was never supposed to be a disaster. It's a trial and a gift from the universe to all Solarians. The mutations will allow Solarians to unlock the next stage in our evolution. This is my destiny, to lead all Solarians towards their immortal futures. How incredibly profound.
System encrypted. Operation failed.
Yi, calm down. Why won't you hear me out? It was you. You're the perpetrator. Where are the others? The other souls have their own matters to attend to and have asked me to speak on their behalf. I see. From the very beginning, I was the only one kept in the dark. Even Kwafu and Lady Ethereal knew. They reached the same conclusion as I had. We must accept our current predicament. Conclusion, my ass! It was you! You and this accursed Tiandao Council! You murdered everyone! Murdered my parents! Because of you, now Hang will die too! Data corrupted. Root core monitoring device. Fusang is breaking free from its seal. We're about to lose all control of the Primordial Roots network. After arriving near the pale blue planet, the Primordial Roots were coaxed to build a massive web around New Kunlun to partially cover the nearby star, allowing the roots to absorb its light and provide never-ending power for the Eternal Cauldron project. Let's get this wrapped up before she has the chance to do anything else. Origin era year 434, spring 3-5. Under both pressure and expectations of the Council, I have fully devoted myself to the Immortality Project. If I fail to yield positive results once more, the Fang clan might pull their funding. This has been a personal dream of mine, so I cannot let this fail in a last-ditch effort. I'll start by researching the cells of the primordial roots Fusang for any clues. Data corrupted. You're up early. I thought you would sleep much longer. I realize this really isn't the time for a nap. Shame. Why return to this pitiful place when you can welcome a whole new world in your dreams? A whole new world? I don't care what it is you're trying to do, but you better stop right now.
What's all?
Why? No.
Barking!
There has to be an explanation. I will find the answer. Scientific questions always yield answers. I must have missed something crucial. There are Solarians in their soulscape just waiting for me to save them. All my sacrifices will eventually have to pay off. As your mentor, I have to admit, you've improved a lot. There was no hesitation between your movements. Your determination was in full show. You were supposed to be my greatest achievement. I am. That's why I've been fighting to stop you. I hope you're right. The real enemy never disappeared. I leave it to you. The fate of all Solarians.
Plotting course, calibrating navigational systems, destination, timeline. Resume energy research complete. Open a wormhole and perform a space jump.
So, Lee, you have the floor. Thank you. I think my fellow Solarians will agree that it's time to face the music. We can bicker all we want, but the truth is that the Tanhuo can't be cured in short term. Therefore, I would like to propose a bold new plan. Aegon might think you're clever, but since when did we let a rookie give orders around here? Let's not spoil the fun, Gomong. This kid's pretty charming. See what he's got to say. If anyone wants to raise any objections, please hold them until the end. The plan is called the Eternal Cauldron Project. Eternal? Interesting. You've been keeping the elixir from life from me all this time. No, you misunderstand. It's not a bodily immortality, it's spiritual immortality. To put simply, the plan is to place all Solarians in virtual reality where their bodies are put to cryosleep. Until we find a cure. Our scientists in J have already experimented on this. They're not very successful. This time's different. This time we have Lady Ethereal's vital sanctums in the Soulscape system. Her tests have proven that we can fix all the shortcomings of older hibernational devices. Combine that with the creation of virtual worlds, and all Solarians will be able to enjoy centuries of blissful dreams. Lady Ethereal, does it really work?
Yes, upon waking up, all the test subjects were very satisfied with the dreams they experienced. There were a few who had trouble, but those are minor issues. I'll patch those out. The only issue is, generating soulscapes for tens of thousands of people requires unprecedented amounts of computing power. We wouldn't be able to meet capacity even if we linked every single abacus on Pengalai. I believe the esteemed Gomong has an answer to that. Why are you asking me for an answer? This is about how half-assed your plan is. Count me out, rookie. In your research on Jiangxi soldiers, didn't you posit the possibility of biological calculators? So that's what you're talking about. Connecting biological brains in series indeed forms immense biological computers. However, that theoretical model requires brains of organisms with higher intelligence. From where do we source those? Don't tell me. You're gonna use Solarian brains? No, of course not. We can't use anything polluted by Tanho. Look, Schwanschwan, he's back. Told you so. He came back real quick. I've been waiting for you. Let's play Quan Kun. Yeah, I've organized recent energy reports together with Schwanschwan. Penglai's soulscape system is functioning smoothly. There shouldn't be any short-term computing shortages. In addition, with regards to repairs performed on the Vital Sanctum, we've detected 0 anomalies in the core functions. Other than that,